Hi, my name is Rukita. I am applying for the 2015 fall cohort for Ada Developer Academy. Why am I interested in programming, and what have I done to expose myself to programming so far? I have joined a couple of meetup groups. I've joined Women Who Code as well as Girl Develop It. I also took a beginning course with Girl Develop It in HTML and CSS. I have worked on tracks through both Code Academy as well as Khan Academy, and I just started doing some of the courses through Treehouse. I also listen to a couple of different podcasts, Developer Tea, as well as Away from the Keyboard, because you have to stay around it and do things outside of coding, because otherwise where do you get your inspiration from? As well as Code Newbie, and I do most of my podcast listening to on the trucks that I'm unloading for work. My professional goals for the next 2 years and the next 5. I hope to, once I finish Ada Academy, get myself a position working as a junior developer, kind of learning a little bit of everything, UX as well as UI, front end, back end, all that good stuff. I kind of don't really want to pigeonhole myself into one particular thing and say that's my strength, because right now as it is, I don't know exactly what my strengths are. In 5 years, though, I would like to be a senior developer somewhere. I'd also like to be mentoring women who are going through the Ada program as well as ones that have just graduated. I also would like to be working with my grandmother on setting up an educational program at some of the schools that she works with in Liberia, trying to teach the children of Liberia how to code, as well as giving them the life skills in order to find jobs in this growing and very modern culture that is kind of the way of the world at this point. So if you don't know how to use a computer, it's really, really hard to get yourself going. And in a place like Liberia, it's such a huge thing. Taking off a year to learn a new skill for a new career is difficult. How am I preparing for this endeavor? Well, I'm actually originally from the Seattle area, so my mom is very excited and hopes that you pick me just so that I will come home, because currently I live in Denver. She would get me a ferry pass as well as a metro pass. I can get to and from home and school. I also have a really great network of friends and family who are in the area and around, who are really great. They're going to help support me in every single way possible. Tell us about the last time I made a mistake and how I encountered it and what I would do differently. Well, at my previous position, we were getting prepared for inventory, and my manager and I did not realize that there were some boxes that had been unloaded off of a previous truck that week, and they were sitting in the corner. They were nicely marked, but they weren't marked for our store. Unfortunately, we ignored them. We did inventory, and we had this huge discrepancy. We were missing stuff, and we couldn't figure out where these items were. We looked everywhere. We looked in the back warehouses. We looked upstairs in the warehouses. We were scavenging. We cleaned that place top to bottom, trying to find this stuff, only for it to all be located in those boxes. So what I learned from that, what I've taken away, is that you can't overlook the things that are right in front of you. Those things that seem like they are, unnecessary, or they're little, or there's something that you can completely ignore, you have to acknowledge them. You need to at least check it out and investigate, make sure that you've got everything that you need in order to be successful. So I will never ever do that again. Have you taught yourself anything, and describe what you learned and how you approached it? Well, actually, this bed behind us, I actually built myself. I was able to use reclaimed wood. I also would like to thank Bob Villa, as well as This Old House, for teaching me all sorts of little carpentry tricks. What I learned and took from this is that, if you set your mind to something, you can do anything. I didn't really know very much about power tools or anything about carpentry. I knew a little bit of geometry, and I kind of went with it. A lot of trial and error, a lot of wood that I found in the alleys as well as on construction sites. But here I am with this beautiful loft bed that I absolutely love. I hope that in the fall I will be meeting all of you wonderful women who are running this program, as well as being an amazing addition to your community. Have a really great day. Thank you so much for the opportunity and watching my video.